expected result. So we have 3,977. As you can see, our code is correct, but we made a mistake. Hello guys, it's me again, Mr. Lena. Hello guys, what's up? It's me again, Mr. Lena, and today we'll try another code challenge. This challenge will focus on a very popular code challenge that is named Legionaries. This code challenge usually comes up in code interviews. Our challenge today will focus on Roman numerals, of course, like a previous video that we used, but this time around we are going to count the number of times that a particular symbol occurs inside the Roman numerals. For example, the number of times that X occurs in a range of Roman numerals. For example, in the range of 1 to 13, number 1 occurs 6 times. That is 1. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, it occurs 6 times. So in the range of Roman numerals of 1 to 2660, we are to count the number of times that the symbol X occurs. For example, symbol X occurs in number 9, that is IX, we have 1X. Number 10 is X, we have 2 XI, we have 3 XII, 4, and so on and so forth until we count the number of X's in every Roman numeral up to 2660. Of course, it won't reach 2600, it will be 2659. In a range of numbers from 1 to 2660, we will count every X value in every Roman numeral and output the count. So without wasting your time, I will dive in and solve this code challenge. Let us put it, as we usually do, let us put it on the side so that you'll be seeing. Of course, you can pause this video and try to solve the challenge by yourself before seeing my own solution, or you can code along with us. The most important thing is that you pick 1 or 2 skills from here, and hopefully we are going to use the loop, because programming is all about how well you use conditionals and loops. Like we always do, we use IDO for this one too, because I love using IDO. Yeah. So we create a new file in IDO, and then let's put it on the side. Like I said, we've worked on a converter that converts integers to Roman numerals before on this channel. You can go and watch the video. I'll post a link to the video in the description. You can watch that before watching this video. Without wasting time, we are going to import that module, that program, into this one and use it directly instead of having to code everything again. And this is the beauty of Python programming and programming in general. Instead of having to rewrite something all over again, you can actually import it. You can save all these programs as files and import them, but in Python programming, we call them modules. Modules are basically programs in a file that you've stored in your system. So we are going to import that module instead of having to import everything in the module. For example, there are modules that contain a lot of functions, but the function that we want to actually use in this module is only one function. So it is better for us to import only that function instead of importing everything inside that module. So we are going, the name of the module is Romans, from Romans. That's what I named the module inside the directory. So from Romans, we are going to import the function that we want to use, that is int to Roman. This is the name of the function inside the directory. So we've imported. Let's initialize our count to 0. Our count variable is 0. So for number, we use a for loop like we always do. In range, for number in range 2661. We are using 2661 instead of 2660 because our range counts from 0 to this number without including the number itself. So if you have range 2, for example, it will count 0, 1, it won't go to 2. Therefore, we have to use 2661 instead of 2660 because it will count from 0 to 2660, like this. So let's continue. For every number, we want to get the value rom val, the Roman value, we want to get it out, so equals to int to Roman, we'll convert it to Roman number. So we do this, then we are to count plus. We can use a function that comes pre-installed with Python, that comes in Python, romval. Then we count dot count. You can use the count function on it, then we count the x. So how this function works actually is that in any string or list or dictionary of values, you can use the count function to count a particular character inside that list or string of values. So there we have it. Let's now output our result, print count. So if we print count, hopefully we'll get the desired output of 3977 as the number of x's inside the range 1 to 2661. Have it. Now let's run module romance. This is bringing us this error because there's no module named romance inside the desktop directory. So one way we can solve this issue is to bring that module named romance inside the desktop directory, or we can save this file inside the same directory that this romance module is, or we can import directly from the directory that our romance module is in. But in order not to waste too much of time, I will just save into that directory that our romance module is. So we'll save as this our romance directory. So let's save it as T. There. If we run now, we'll see that we'll get our expected output. So we have it. Let's check with our expected result. So we have 3977. As you can see, our code is correct, but we made a mistake and we should learn from the mistake. The takeaway here is that for you to import from a module, the module needs to be in the same directory as the program that you are going to import it from. We can make this our code smaller by just doing this. I like to make my code compacted because most of the times I find myself writing many lines of code, so I like to compress my code to save space. Let's run it again. We have the same. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something from the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you next time.